ever wondered what would happen if you pause on all the action? Quit the stress and need no caption. Give your Instagram vacation. Yeah, work on your patience. Yeah, but you ain't facing. Yeah, yeah. Cause I love some music, but
If you are a new subscriber, welcome to Law School Diaries. If you are a returning subscriber, a returning watcher, welcome back to Law School Diaries. My name is Abigail. I am a proud graduate of Egerton University Law School, and I am currently enrolled at the Kenya School of Law studying for my bar exams. I know it has been a long while, literally since I picked up a camera to even vlog or do anything YouTube related. It has been a long while. Term 2 did that thing on me. Term 2 really did its thing. It said yo, you're gonna do this on my terms, you're gonna do this on my terms. It has been really, things have really been going fast, things have really been quick, there have been a lot of pressure, and so YouTube kind of just went down my list. It was just chill, I'm gonna get to you, and we are finally here. So we're gonna do a little sit down with you guys, and I'm gonna talk to you about how my term 2 has been, what to expect in term 2 if you're gonna come to Kenya School of Law next year, what you're gonna expect in term 2, and hopefully at the end of this video both you and I will be feeling a little bit better, because I feel I just want to do this video to kind of rant or just talk about how I'm feeling term 2 is taking me. And yeah, so welcome again to Law School Diaries. So how you're gonna do this is I have curated some questions that I'm gonna be answering. The questions are gonna act as a guide to show me, or rather limit me, so that I don't go off stream much, and also I stay in script rather. And hopefully it's gonna be a fruitful conversation. It's gonna be a fruitful rant, yeah. A fruitful rant, because I've said, I just feel like I want to rant about term 2, because what? Anyways, I am reading the questions from my laptop, so if you see me looking down, that's why. So to the first question, how would you describe term 2 so far in one word? Pressure. Pressure. The amount of pressure, I'll just leave it at that. Pressure. What has been the most challenging part of this term? That's easy. Project work. I don't think anything can really ever prepare you for what project work is and what project work does to you, both mentally and emotionally. The toll it takes on you. There was no way I would have prepared myself for project work. It just happens to you, and you just deal with it as it happens. Project work is, it is so, I cannot even explain how it is. It's just something that, it's like a rite of passage. And the thing is, it's the same for everyone. The experience and the feelings, it's the same from everyone. So the most challenging part of this term has definitely been project work. And I think it's because project work, we are doing this work, it's like dissertation, yeah? So as opposed to undergraduate where you do it alone, you kind of you're the one challenging yourself, your flow of thoughts and whatever. You're doing this work with 10 people. These are 10 different thoughts, 10 different writing styles, 10 different everything, 10 different opinions, 10 different everything. And so it's inevitable that there's gonna be clashes. And yeah, I just say yeah. So coming together and just the compromising and the meeting of minds, it's challenging. Have there been any moments where you felt like giving up, and how did you push through? Yes. As recent as 4 days ago, I was feeling so burnt out and so tired, and I was gonna lose it. And I think the toll of project work just got to me, reading and everything. And how I pulled through was first God. You just take a step back and just to go and to pray and just listen to nice worship gospel music, and the lightness that you feel afterwards, that plays a big part. And then of course talking to my friends, and just having them encourage me and being open about how I'm feeling, because it's nothing new. And of course, I'm not the only one feeling this, but at that particular time, like, it's me. Of course, people are going to be feeling that way at different times. But at that particular time, my friends just encourage me. They talk to me. They're like, yo, yes, we're not prepared for what happens, but we are here. The only way is forward. The only way is forward. So if you need to take a step back, just take a step back, but get up, get up. So how I push through is basically just God and my friends. What has been the most rewarding experience this term? Hmm. The most rewarding experience is when we are sat with my firm and we are reviewing the project work for units, different units, and when they get to my part of the work, obviously I take the firm through my part of the work, my thought process, and everything. And as I'm reading through my part of the work, and as I'm done, the firm members are just like, this is so perfect. This is so nice. Like, there's nothing you can add, there's nothing you can remove. This is so nicely done. And it's so rewarding. It's so rewarding because when I was doing project work, I told myself, I'm not trying to do this twice or thrice. I just want to do this once. And so I gave my all to doing my project, like research wise and everything, and even how I was answering the question and curating my answer. I gave it my literal best. And so going there and having, like I've said, 9 or 8 people just saying this is so nicely done, it's very rewarding. It's a very rewarding and a very nice feeling. How are you managing stress and mental health? Like I said, first of all, it's God, because I know I am not operating on my own strength. I know I am not this strong. Like, as Abigail, I know I am not this strong. Like, my strength has a limit. And so, even looking back at how Term 2 began and where I am right now, even as you are like being done with project work alone, I just remembered being done with everything, like research wise, and was like, yo, it was just like so shocking because I thought we were gonna be dragging behind. And so number one is just God, and then my friends, like I've said, just being open and talking about it. Like I'm not a person who can keep things inside. I will just let out and talk about how I'm feeling, especially if it's like these difficult things. I am not like compartmentalized to that degree. So I talk a lot with my friends about how I'm feeling, and that actually helps because when you add the two, I'm just okay. I'm just good. So next question: which subjects are you enjoying the most, and which subjects have been the hardest? So let me start with the one that I enjoy the most. The subject that I enjoy the most is criminal litigation. That goes without saying. I just have, I think, like, we have a really nice lecturer. I really enjoy criminal litigation. I look forward to Wednesdays because I really love that subject. And why? I think, first of all, I think it's because I study ahead. And so when we come to class, the concepts are easy, sort of. Like, I know what's going to be studied. And I also think our lecturer is so good. Like, it's like a calling for him. His mode of delivery is so amazing. So amazing. The subject which is hardest, I would say conveyancing. Not because it's hard, but because I have just been slacking. I have just been afraid of that unit. Like, I don't even know why, but I've just been so afraid to go and study that unit. And so, of course, it's sort of hard, but I wouldn't like blame it entirely on the lecturer, but some large portion of the blame is because of me. So, yeah. How do you approach reading for class versus preparing for the bar exams? Next question. I would say my approach is I when I'm studying, I'm not studying for class, but I'm studying as if I'm studying for the bar exam. Like, I study broad and wide. I don't limit myself to whatever we're going to cover in class. Like I noticed in some units, um, whatever I read when I was reading ahead, the lecturer would not cover some concepts, or if the lecturer covered some concepts, it will be very, very brief. And so we find that if you go and if you rely on the lecturer's word or the lecturer's notes solely, you would not be like as informed and knowledgeable in that particular topic or that particular area as if the way you read before. Because I tried it for different topics, and I found that reading as if you're reading for the bar exams is actually what works for me. It works for me best. So I use the course outline as a guide so that I also know like a specific areas in topics to emphasize on, but I generally read as if I am reading for the bar exams. What does a typical day look like, life look like this term? When I tell you that my life is so predictable. So I wake up at 4 a.m. I study until 7:30. I prepare myself and have breakfast and everything. I go to class at 9. Class ends at 1. I have lunch. 2 to 5. That is project work. Literally. 2 to 5. That is project work. Reviewing project work with the farm and everything. 5 to 6. I try to do laundry because I do my laundry daily. I find that easier. So I do laundry and kind of like take a little bit of rest from the project work discussions. And then at 6, I have my dinner. 7, we're back to books until 10, where I go to sleep and I wake up again at 4 or 4:30, depending on the day and how I'm feeling. That is literally my life. Like you only need to look at the time to know where I am and what I'm doing. Literally, like I am that predictable. Let me tell you, I don't have a social life. I don't have a personal life. My life is just books, project work, Kenya School of Law, bar exams, orals preparation, all of it. That is my life. How are you balancing class assignments, group work, and personal time? I don't even have a way to balance it. Like right now, my priority is project work, and that is my priority. The rest just find a way to just fall in line. But I cannot find a way to balance it. Like I just try to prioritize, but as for balance, there is no balance. As for personal time, I don't even try to find time for personal time because it's not there. Where am I gonna get it from? Like my sleep or something? uh-huh. What are you most proud of so far? I'm proud of me and how far I've come and my resilience and my ability to tell myself that it's gonna pass, you're gonna be okay, you're gonna pass the bar. It's just maybe a bad day, it's not a bad life. I am proud of me and just how strong I have been and how determined and ambitious I am to just beat this big bad thing called the bar exam. So, what I'm most proud of, I'm proud of me, moi. What's one unexpected lesson you've learned about yourself this term? Yeah, that's a good question. One unexpected lesson, something I didn't know. My patience and tolerance level. That is one thing I have. Like, I didn't think I would be as patient as I have been. Like, and especially tolerance. Like, there's a difference between patience and tolerance. Like, I would say mostly tolerance because there are some things that I have tolerated that I didn't know I would. Honestly, I didn't know I would. So that is one thing. Like I have tolerance, guys. I can be tolerant. How do you handle comparison and competition with other students, especially in such a high pressure environment? Let me just say, if you know who you are If you know your abilities, you know your strengths, and you know your weaknesses, that is just it. We all know, like, comparison is the thief of joy. You cannot be the next person because you're already who you are. You can't change that. Both inside and out, you can't change that. So how I handle comparison is, I know who I am. I know I cannot be the next person. I know I am not a night person. I'm a morning person. So I cannot be envious or jealous of someone who like studies until 3 because I feel like they study more than I do. Because I know even if I want to, I am not built like that. I'd rather sleep at 10 and wake up at 4, So I try to work with what works for me, and I know what works for me, and give my best. I know that if I wake up today and I do this, at the end of the day, when I sit down and run through my day with myself, I look at myself and I say, you gave it your best today, and your best is enough. That is literally all that is required of you, to give your best. Literally. Tomorrow and every other day, we're going to try to better your best. That is literally like the only person that you're in competition with is yourself. No one else. Yeah. The only person that you're in competition with is yourself. So in any other thing that you're going to do, if you know yourself, it's not even going to be, you're not going to try to compare yourself because you cannot be the next person. Have you started working on pupillage prep? Yes. We've had some few interviews here and there, and pupillage is another giant that, let me just say, like I just said, I'm just going to have to prioritize one thing at a time. Pupillage is going to be next year's problem. This year's problem is just passing the bar. Passing the bar. Yes, we've had some few interviews here and there, but yes, we just leave it at that. We just leave it at that. What advice would you give someone just starting term 2? Brace yourself. Brace yourself. Brace yourself, girl. Brace yourself, because what is gonna hit you, you're not even gonna see it. You're not gonna see it. You know that verse that says that man has not seen? Yes, that one. That one. How has documenting your journey helped or challenged your experience as a school of law? I think it's an outlet for me to like let out and talk and be raw and honest. Yeah, like it has helped me to like know that someone else is gonna watch this video and they're gonna feel they're not alone. I can kind of like help them to expect, to expect what it's like to be here. So it has helped me, but it's more of like an outlet for me to like let things out and talk about things but related. Yeah. And so for what is going to be our last question, if you could go back to the first day of term 2 and give yourself one piece of advice, what would it be? I would tell myself, first of all, take it one day at a time. Take it one day at a time. Rome was not built in a day. Take it one day at a time. When your body demands rest, give it. Give it your all. Give it your best. Give everything that you have to term 2. And again, take it one day at a time. So that was very, very, very nice. It felt very nice. I feel so light and so relieved. That is kind of like what I do with my friends. So you kind of like have a pick, but this is kind of like a short, long version. But that is basically how it happens. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm not sure when I'm gonna see you again because we have now oral preparation, but I think I'm gonna do a teeny tiny short video about oral preparation and project work and how I think about it. But if not, we're gonna see you after the orals, which is gonna be end of term 2. it's gonna be the end of term 2. It's gonna be the end of term 2. Your time is flying. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I know I have not been active even in promoting my channel, but please like, subscribe, share, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Surrender.